In this video, we're going to be watching and analysing the 800 freestyle world record from
Set by me.
in Romania in the European Championships.
Short course meter. Obviously, me and Nathan were both in this final. Nathan's in lane 2, I'm in lane 4. Nathan will be walking out very shortly. But yeah, I mean, what did you think of your second European final? And talk a bit about your walkout.
So, well, we're about to watch me walk out now, and a lot of people were coming up to me saying, "Oh, what was the inspiration for the walkout?" And people were saying, "Was it Gary Hall Jr.?" But it was actually Noah Lyles, the 100-meter sprinter from athletics, because he's done a walkout like that before. So that's what I was basing it off, and I was like, nobody ever does cool walkouts in swimming, really. So, or haven't done in ages. So I was like, I want to do a cool one, just for a bit of fun.
Yeah, and I obviously was walking out a bit later. I actually was waiting in the call room. I was sitting down. I saw Nathan walking out, doing the thing with his hand, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to join in with it too. So you'll see mine in a second, but that was really the inspiration for it. But there's Felix, obviously, just walked out now, our training partner in Loughborough, and it was 3 of us in the final. You know, it was very good. We also had Lucas, who swam the heats too. He was class. We have a lot of distance freestyles basically in Europe, and we're clearly dominating the field at the moment. And yeah, so bit about this race. I was sitting in the call room very chill, just waiting to walk out. I was making sure. I feel like the walkout is probably one of the most tense things because you hear the whole crowd go for you. You're about to see me walk out in a second, but the crowd just goes quite loud, and it's quite cool, and you get like the nerves or whatever, and I don't know how to describe it. You feel like inspired. There's me shooting the guns and walking over to my lane. There's my brother as well on screen.
So for a bit of context, so this was your third final, my second final.
Yeah.
The first final I did, I was quite nervous for because I've never been in one, obviously. So then the second one I was a bit more calm, but I think I was way more tired because it was the end of the meet. There's Daniel on the screen.
Looking relaxed. Felix. But I think one of the main points I'm going to say for this, short course swimming really is all about the turns and also trying to keep calm. You don't want to go out too fast because obviously it's 800 meter, but you don't want to go out too slow. And that was trying to find the balance. And I think this is also, I've already won 2 goals at this stage in the 400 and 1500. And the 1500 I was on world record pace for 1,000 meters. So I knew in this it was going to be close, and that's why I was just trying to execute. But we're about to start.
You can just see the 3 pay list beside each other.
Yeah, Loughborough in a line, 2, 3, 4. Pretty cool.
Felix in a Wiffen sandwich. Here we go.
So, I want to say a pretty good dive there. So, up straight away. Hardly any fly kicks, to be honest. It's not my strong suit, but straight into the first 25 meters. We turn. Also, little note for people watching. The lap counters are also on the floor. They're electronic, so you can see them. You don't have to look up, which is pretty good for keeping you streamlined. But yeah, I am out quite fast, 25.44. So under my PB pace.
I'm in third as well.
Nathan's in third, so we're going well here. And this was basically just try and keep it together and keep the skills going. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I'm going so far, going into the 100. I like short course swimming because it goes quite fast. So we're already at the first 100 metres and we're already under my PB pace, which you can see the line on the screen. We're 52.8. I mean, pretty fast to go out on. I don't know what I went out in the 400 in, but it'd be about a second quicker than that. So we are out very fast. And yeah, I think now I'm just... What at the moment I'm thinking about basically is my turns and making sure I'm not rushing into anything and staying relaxed. And obviously you can see the great shot underwater there, the Finnish suit. That's what I wear, Hydro X.
Me too.
Yeah.
Best suit in the game.
Best suit in the game for sprinting and distance, obviously. Cam McAvoy won in it in the World Champs and I broke the world record in it in the Europeans. But yeah, I was to say, we're just sticking on basically what I held of my PB pace. And my goal for this was to go out fast but not hurt, and I would have liked to have been sub 340 at the 400, so we'll see what we come in at there, but we're coming up to the 200 and I think I split a 148, 148.6, so pretty moving, we're moving basically. And we are starting to break away from the field now, so probably got a body length on Felix and body length on the heart on Romanchuk. And Nathan, I don't know what position you're in. What are you in?
Probably
now?
near last.
He's in fifth. So still in with a shot here.
I've got questions for you because I'm sure a lot of people want to know. So I think a lot of people with some distance want to know, who are like not as let's say practiced in it. How do you know what pace you're going?
Well, I guess you can never say you know exactly what pace you're going, but you can know the feel. And I think I've been working towards. I've been swimming at a high level now for quite a while, so I kind of know in training what pace feels like, and I know in this race especially after swimming the whole weekend, I knew what my PB last time felt like. So basically, it's like the more you swim, the easier it gets to know your pace. That's
Would
what
you
I'd
also
say.
say it helps with race pace in training, or do you ever think it helps with that?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously practice a lot of race pace sets.
We never really do 800 race
We
pace.
never really do 800 race pace, more 400, 200. But to be honest, this is really all just about trying to keep your stroke, together and not rushing into anything because it's 800 meters. But we're coming up to the 375 right now, and we've got a good lead. Obviously, I'm about to split. I don't know I think I split just over world record pace. I'm not sure on this 400 we see, but I split here in 340 point. We'll see 340.91. So we are 0.7 under my PB from the European record split, and I think we're just over world record pace.
Would you come back in on the European record?
So I was out on 341. I would have come back in about 343 high, I think. So
my PB.
yeah, but now, as you can see now, we are edging the world record because as soon as I hit that 400 mark, I knew I've got the fitness after winning obviously two golds in the previous two events.
Oh, John Rudd standing up.
And so I knew I had the fitness, so as soon as I hit 400 metres, I'm off, and I'm really starting to hurt now. Hurting, but in control, and really trying to maximise the distance off the walls. Obviously, I don't fly kick. That's just my technique, but...
old school, we saw some of the comments on some of these videos saying old school technique. I've got more questions. Are you looking at the rest of the field here, or are you just some of your eyes closed?
I guess, well, I do like some of my eyes closed, to be honest. Helps the pain, maybe. That's what I like to say. But I am still checking them out a bit underwater. I mean, I know where everybody is around me because, obviously, I've got quite a big lead now. But I am starting to get a body length on the world record here at 550. And
are you using like markers on them to see how far you get?
To be honest, I'm not really thinking about the rest of the field. I think I'm more listening to the crowd because that's what really gets you into the race. They're really. I can hear them. They know I'm under world record pace, and I knew from the 1500 that when I went over world record pace at 1000, and they stopped cheering for me, and now everybody's on their feet going mental, that I knew that I was under it. And to be honest, I'm just kind of just taking chunks out of this every 25 meters, and I mean, it's pretty cool to see somebody being that far ahead of the world record line. And I mean, I've obviously never been that close before with a world record, and I mean, now it's really good, and you can see all the Irish coaches now just starting to go mental. But I think all my training partners as well were there at the meet, were watching this. I think you saw Lucas on the screen a bit earlier, but he was I think he said to me he knew I was going to break it after 400 meters, and now we're just kind of seeing how much we can break it by. And in my head, I know I'm under, and we don't have that long left. We've only got 125 meters, so this is all about trying to stay composed and not do anything stupid. So you can see I'm trying to up my stroke rate a bit, and we're going to start getting into the last 100 where we are going to just go for it, and we'll see. So we turn in 707 and 627.52, and this is where we go. There's Steve and John Sharanek. Steve was obviously my coach at the meet there for Ireland, and then John obviously there. They all know I'm going to do it, and it's pretty cool. And also in my head, I actually don't know if I've done it, you know what I mean? Sometimes you think, I know I've done it, but we need to wait for the time on the clock. Last 50 coming into now. We are moving. I don't know what my meters a second are, but it looks fast.
I think it said 6 point. I don't think that's
No,
right.
no, that's wrong. But we are moving now. Last turn, and still pretty good. Getting that good rotation speed. That's what we need. And coming into the last 10 meters now, and straight arm finish. Here we go. Boom. And we go 7, and then I slap the water. But we go 7:20.46, so we get the world record by just, I think it's by 2.9 something. So pretty.
It's already just, is it?
Yeah, it is pretty chunky block off, and obviously did the W for the world record.
I'm not a fan of this celebration.
Not a fan of the celebration. I mean, I would have liked to do something else, but that was what came into mind when I touched the wall. But at the moment, very happy. Obviously, I mean, ecstatic.
First swimming world record for Ireland.
Yeah, first swimming world record for Ireland. We got 3 gold medals across the meet from me, and I mean, yeah, it was my dream to break a world record, and I guess I did it. And I did it in 2023, so even better to do it at the end of the season.
Well, let's go through the questions then. So,
well, we can pause a bit, right?
What was the biggest difference from this PB to your old PB of the European record?
What did I do differently?
Yeah.
I think, basically, I feel like distance training works with, I mean, this is my 3rd year doing it properly, I guess, and because I was
What does that mean?
So I moved to Loughborough 3 years ago, 3 and a bit, 3.5 years ago on this world record, and I mean, it was like from then that was when my distance journey started.
What was your time?
I feel like
when you came?
Short course.
Yeah.
Got no idea.
What estimate? 8.
It was over 8 minutes. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was over 8 minutes when I joined short course, and I think I was just my main goal to progress from last year was to really in training just keep doing what I'm doing, keep smashing out the sets, and really improve my turns, because turns is probably the biggest in distance swimming. I mean, 1500 long course, you've got 29 turns. Short course, 59 turns. You know what I mean? It's if you take off 0.1 of a second on a turn, massive amount of time in the overall.
I think the fans want to know, when are you actually going to start using your legs in a race, as in off the wall? Are you going to start fly kicking soon?
No fly kicks. It's not my way. But as you can see, also no 6-peak leg kick at all really for me. That's just the way I move, and I think to be honest, that's the way distance swimming's going. Nobody's really kicking.
Trail your legs.
Yeah, that's it. And as I should mention that it was pretty cool having Nathan in the final. Obviously, we're in the call-room. Nathan doesn't like to speak in the call-room.
I have my headphones on.
He's got his headphones on, so I was really talking to myself or talking to Felix, and. Yeah, it's pretty cool having both of us, because obviously we make up a quarter of the final then, and it's a lot easier to race somebody who you grew up with your whole life, and obviously I train with Nathan and Felix all the time, so 3 out of the 8 in the final makes it more comfortable for me, and yeah, I mean, I think I knew I was going to do it before it, but it's just nice to see it on paper.
Other things, what was the biggest thing you think you did wrong in this race? Ooh. And right, would go for a positive and a negative.
I'll go the negative first. So I'd say the biggest negative was probably my streamlining off the walls. I think probably could have got a bigger PB if I decided to streamline. At the end, I was getting a bit tired, and I could see it just not connecting.
I actually watched a video recently on Sung Yang, right, and about his gliding underwater, and apparently that's like one of the biggest things where he made up. Time on world records was his underwater. He didn't do any kicks really, but he just gliding very well off the wall.
Well, we're gonna fix the streamline for long course season, and my biggest positive I think was my just determination to keep going. You know what I mean? Because it gets hard in the middle, and most people will quit. Can't lie, but it's the world record holders, you know, what you see every day, and the athletes winning the gold medals are the ones that really want to embrace that hurt and keep going. And I guess I had it in that race, and it was pretty cool. Was feeling very sick though at the end, I must say. But yeah, any more questions or?
I would say, would you rather? Because I know you're a very high rate swimmer. Would you rather be a a low rate swimmer, or do you like doing the high rate?
No, I like my swim speed. I think it suits me, and
It's not the prettiest to look at.
No, it doesn't really matter. It's not the prettiest, but it's the fastest. You know what I mean? But anyway, well, we're going to wrap up the video here. So thank you for watching. We'll be back again next week. Big reveal next week. And yeah, thanks for watching. Comment down below what else you want to see in the vlogs. And subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Woke up last night, calling out your name, but I'm the one who's to blame.